Alin yung mas masakit at mas mahirap na posisyon?
Yung nang-iwan ka?
O iniwanan ka? I'm Nea.
I'm Jims.
And I'm Shalea.
And let's
Talk that talk!
So guys, ano nga ba ang healing?
Ano nga ba?
Is it forgetting about that certain event or person? Or is it getting over it?
Para sa'yo, Shalea, ano nga ang healing?
Para sa akin, more on getting over the situation ka instead of that person. Kasi, for me, kapag may nangyari sa'yo na bagay, for like, sa specific person na yun, edi parang may memories na kayo together. Tapos parang, it's a part of me na hindi ko na siya may iwan, pero I can still get over kung ano yung nangyari sa aming dalawa. Okay. Sa'yo ba?
Sabi dito sa sabi sa online, healing daw is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. Okay, so very deep yung topic namin ngayon, guys. Hindi siya yung parang sa previous episodes namin na ano lang.
Na fancies.
Scene
Ito,
na.
medyo may matatouch tayong ayaw pag-usapan ng madaming tao.
And napili namin to kasi parang relevant siya ngayon sa campus kasi napansin namin parang madaming nagbe-break.
Okay, or
Madami rin
Yung magkukwento kayo ng healing stories yun.
Pwede lang.
Si James, gusto ko marinig yung healing story.
Grabe.
So nandito kaming tatlo para i-share yung experiences namin at bigyan kayo ng advice kung paano nga ba talaga mag-heal. Okay, so Jims, na-experience ka ba ng healing?
Let's see. Oh my God. Madami kasing instances na, not really you forget or like iniwan mo yung tao, but like the circumstances just happen to be that way. Especially LM, transitioning to high school. And then there were times sa LM, I think, there was this one specific friend that I had nung LM. Best friend ko siya. And then, from grade 1 to grade 3, mag-best friend kaming dalawa. Top 1, top 2, palaging ganun yung nangyayari. So, we became close. And then, grade 4, na-promote kami. And it was like, very, very happy, ganun. Fun moment, ganun. Pero, since na-promote kami, ibig sabihin, iba-iba na yung classmates namin. And then, medyo gets yun na siguro yung nangyari na parang, in this case, ako yung napang-iwanan. Kasi, girl yung best friend ko nun. And basically, very, mas may connect siya dun sa mga other girls dun sa section namin nung na-promote kami. So parang medyo may distansya bigla sa aming dalawa. And then, hindi verbal yung parang pag-cut off namin sa isa't isa. Pero hindi namin kinut off yung isa-isa. We still talk, ganun. We still have fun. Pero the point still stands na parang hindi na siya the same as before. So parang
close.
So like for me, I think that's a severed kind of connection naman na kasi nakikita mo naman na mas may spark siya when it comes to other people, ganun. For me, how did I get over that? May point dun in time where I was still in denial na parang, you still try to talk to them, ganun. Parang tinatawag mo pa rin sila sa mga kung ano-ano, ganun. Pero you start to wonder if okay pa ba to? Like, kaya ko pa bang magbulag-bulagan and all, ganun. So, at some point, I think, siguro mid nung school year, I just realized na if I still keep on like parang pursuing this certain friendship na alam ko naman nang it won't be the same as ever, what about yung mga opportunities, like yung mga new friendships that could be blossoming by that time? So, yun yung, for me, yun yung time na nag-heal ako in which parang I started to open up to other people na parang instead of, kasi sobrang close ko sa kanya and I felt na sila yung comfort person ko. So, mahirap siyang biglaan na lang na, i-transition into other people. Pero yeah, small steps. Introducing yourself to others, talking to them, ganun, having fun. And then finally, parang, okay, you have a new comfort person, you have new comfort people around you. Ganun.
Feel ko big part talaga yung part na kailangan mo talagang pumunta sa uncomfortable situations para sa'yo. Para lang mag-progress ka pa as a person. Para lang mag-grow ka pa as a person. Kahit na sobrang maybe traumatic siya or sobrang uncomfortable talaga. Pero,
Parang yun yung make or break moment mo
Oo.
talaga as a person.
Tsaka feel ko kailangan mo rin talaga maranasan na masaktan.
yeah, para mag-grow
Oo.
as a person.
Na, yes, there are like positive reinforcements na mag-grow ka talaga as a person. Pero iba pa rin yung mararamdaman mo kapag na-feel mo na talaga yung sense nung trauma na yun.
Tsaka parang yun na rin yung yun na rin yung signal mo na kailangan ko nang mag-move forward
Yeah.
sa another step ng life ko.
Yeah.
Kaya for me, kung di ka nasasaktan sa process ng healing mo, parang hindi mo siya ma-achieve.
Tama.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi siya linear eh. So, may ups and downs talaga. So, like, may times na feel mo parang walang nangyayari. Parang, it's the same thing all over again. Pero like, it's part of the healing process talaga.
Progress
so,
yun.
Same.
Ang pinakamahirap talaga for me about sa healing process is yung emotions mo during that time. Kasi sila yung pinaka hindi mo makokontrol. Kasi you can talk to yourself na parang, oh, what if mag-yoga ako? Or like, what if I do my hobbies? Ganun. Gagawin mo yung mga yun at certain points to try and overcome that feeling. Pero yung intensity ng emotions mo at some points, talagang mahirap siyang kalabanin. Especially kapag meron na lang biglang, alam mo yung sudden memory mo with them, na parang na-remind ka bigla. Yung
Tama.
mga triggers na yun, ang hirap nilang i-battle or i-overcome.
Kahit naman sabihin natin, or sabihin mo sa sarili mo na nasa healing stage ka nga. Parang like, hindi mo kasi, habang nasa process ka nun, hindi mo ma-deny kung ano yung nafe-feel mo sa sarili mo. So, basta ang masasabi ko lang naman is if you are healing, at least, i-continue mo lang yung pagtatry.
Yeah.
Tulad nung sinabi ni James na kapag nag-yoga and stuff like that, at least you're trying to do something about it na parang, you're trying to get over the situation or that specific person.
Na like, instead of trying to run away from your emotions, like parang
Harapin mo
welcome
siya.
them in. Yeah. Na think, it's okay to think of those memories tapos you cry or you shed some tears, ganon. Then you think to yourself, okay. This is happening. I let my emotions in. Pero at the end of the day, I shouldn't feel na parang depressed all day long or like itatry mong i-uplift yung mood mo or try to redirect that memory or redirect your emotions into better things, ganun.
So yun nga, magsisircle lang din talaga siya kasi kailangan mong harapin mismo yung emotions na kailangan mong iput yung sarili mo in uncomfortable situations para mag-grow. Tapos, ayun. Wag mo lang, yung nangyari is hindi siya nagde-define on who you are or like kung paano ka mag-react sa certain situation as a person na like iniisip mo yun na yung buong ikaw.
Kasi nasaktan ka eh. Kaya syempre, ganun yung
Kaya,
mindset mo.
may times talaga na ang pangit ng reaction mo dito, may times talaga na okay lang. Pero, it's normal naman kasi nga may ups and downs yung emotions mo, pati yung healing stages sa buhay.
Ano pang topics?
Story nyo, guys.
Kayo naman.
Meron ka ba?
Ay, ayoko. Ayoko mag-healing story.
Taguan.
No, thanks.
Ako ba? Siguro ang mabibigay ko na advice sa inyo kasi syempre napagdaanan ko na rin naman yung healing na yan is focus on yourself.
Tama.
Yeah.
Dapat gawin mong center yung sarili mo pag nag-heal ka.
Yeah.
Huwag kang, don't make unnecessary distractions. Huwag kang maghahanap ng ganun sa ibang tao. Lalo na pag, pag situationship, ganun. Pag,
Huwag kang maghahanap agad ng kapalit.
Oo. Kasi, syempre, for me, kasi ganun yung ginawa ko nun eh.
Hindi eh. Effective naman siya.
Ayan sila mga naghahanap ng rebound. Guys, wag gagayahin.
Magiging cycle siya kasi, di ba, pag nasaktan ka, syempre nasaktan ka ng tao na yun. Gusto mo agad siyang palitan. Gusto mo siyang,
Pero like, hindi mo siya maisip and all.
Oo, pero at the end of the day, ikaw rin lang naman yung nasasaktan. Sinasaktan mo lang yung sarili mo kasi hindi mo naman talaga mahal yung rebound mo.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, hindi lang ikaw yung masasaktan, madadamay pa yung rebound mo. Kasi
same.
they would feel, after mo masabi yung totoong nararamdaman mo, they would feel somewhat used na parang alam mo, yung ginamit ka lang to get over them or parang pumunta sila sa'yo kasi they remind you of that person and they remind you yung comfort na binigay nung person na dati. So parang nagiging shadow ka lang nung ex nila or nung person na cut off nila. So like, ang sakit nun sa pakiramdam. Diyos ko.
So kung ako sa inyo, kung ganyan kayo na galing ng heartbreak, iyak na lang kayo.
Oo, huwag kayong mandamay, babe.
Mag-drama kayo dyan.
Like, it's okay.
Nag-rebound ka na ba? Nag-rebound ka na?
No LM lang yun.
Hey, clarification. Hindi ako nag-rebound. Crush lang, guys.
Ako din, crush lang yun.
Yeah.
Hindi naman siya serious na ano. Pero you get the point naman eh.
May mga cancel, guys. Hindi, joke lang.
Okay.
Rebounding is...
Yan na nga.
It's normal but it's not recommended. Yun na lang.
So, na there are certain times talaga in which makikita mo yung special someone mo with another person after nyo mag-break.
Yeah.
Or you see the tendencies na similarities nila. It's okay. Pero always remember na they're two different people.
Hindi mo talaga madedenay kasi.
Yeah,
kung
hindi mo
ano
madedenay. Pero at the same time, palagi mo lang iisipin na iba na yung tao na kaharap mo ngayon sa tao na iniwan ka or iniwan mo. Ganon.
Galing mo.
Hindi mo mapipilit na maging sila yung ex mo. Hindi ka rin naman nila pipilitin or hindi ka nila mapipilit to be another person. Unless ganun talaga yung personality mo na mag-manipulate. Guys, wag naman.
Oo naman.
Ay, connecting actually dun sa sinabi ni Nia about being, thinking of yourself first sa healing process. It's one of the things na very necessary na heal because you want to.
Yeah.
Na heal for yourself rather than heal because you feel like you have to heal because of that trauma.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Exactly.
Kaya for me, when it comes to healing, it's not immediate. Na porket nag-break na kayo or porket nag-FO ka na, ganon. Bigla ka na lang, hindi, kailangan ko na sumaya bigla, ganon. It's okay to have a long time to just recollect your mind or parang to feel the necessary emotions. Yung grief, yung sadness mo and all that. Or even anger sometimes and anxiety. During those times, it's normal. Like, it's actually so valid kasi it's a way for you to have an outlet for your emotions.
Tama, wag niyong i-rush yung healing process niyo.
Yeah.
Kasi di ba may times na pag nag-heal ka, parang feel mo na you're being left behind na sa mga friends mo na hindi naman nasaktan, ganun. Like parang, kailangan ko nang mag-catch up sa kanila. Pero no, don't do that.
Think of yourself first. Kasi kung iisipin mo na parang, oh, may ginagawa na silang ganito. What if makipunta na rin ako dun kasi ang dami ko na nami-miss out. Think of yung self mo talaga na huwag mong isabotahe yung sarili mo para lang maka-keep up with your peers. Na don't feel pressured about healing. Na huwag kayo magpa-pressure dun sa mga tao na sinasabi nila na kaya mong maka-get over dyan. Like, madaling bagay para sa yan, ganun. Don't let their expectations or yung assumptions nila about your personality affect them. Kasi, even if you present yourself as a headstrong individual, ganun, yung parang super, fortified yung personality mo yun all, there will be something that would break you apart talaga. Na parang feeling mo, even if you're at the top of a mountain, na suddenly, nasa foot ka na ng mountain, or a foot of a hill na hindi na talaga makagalaw, there will be a point in time na ganun yung mafe-feel mo. I personally, may time na ganun talaga. Na other people may see me as yung, alam mo yung, wala masyadong pakialam, like yung very rational, hindi siya emotional, ganun.
Bothered ka lang.
Oo. Pero there will be a time talaga, I'm telling na super magda-down bigla yung emotions mo na you just can't help it. Na parang, nabibring down ako ng ganito, kalala, ganun. Masu-surprise ka na lang, pero at the same time, face it na lang. Like, it's valid for you to validate your feelings. Huwag yung self-sabotage na, hindi totoo tong nararamdaman ko ganun. No, please lang. Like, have mercy on yourself.
Yeah. Ang masasabi ko lang talaga is, sa experience ko, healing is matagal talaga siya. Okay. So actually, in my personal experience, it took me months. Pero like, if you think na parang walang nagbabago or anything, huwag ka pa rin tumigil to do something para mag-heal ka sa kung ano man yung nangyari. Like, kahit na sabihin natin 4 or 5 months na gano'n, tapos parang kapag naaalala yung situation, pwede ba magmura? ay, botang ina, gano'n.
Same pa rin yung emotions.
Oo, nakaka-mindfuck pa rin siya. Pero like, wag kang titigil para mag-do something, para nga mag-heal ka. Kasi parang, kahit na feel mo siguro at times walang nagbabago, habang patagal ng patagal, sadyang mawawalan ka na talaga ng pake. Tapos hindi mo mapapansin, mabibitawan mo talaga yung situation na yun.
Yeah.
Parang nonchalant ka na lang bigla. Hindi mo na pala alam.
As in, kahit na sobrang tagal niya, siguro, yun nga, nakaka-down siya kasi sobrang tagal niya. Pero like, trust me, it gets better talaga.
Time is your friend.
Yeah. Actually, another thing is try new things. Na parang try to expose yourself more to other things. Na instead of focusing on kung ano yung ginagawa nyo dati, na parang, nare-remind ka nito about ito. Ganun. Kunwari, let's say you always like playing games with them. Mga Valo girlies.
Salaya lang.
Why hindi ako? Ang ina
Mga yung palagi mong kaduo, ganun. Try mo naman na read books, mag-yoga ka, chat with your friends, lumabas-labas kayo, ganun.
Like, kung ano yung hobbies mo dati before pa nangyari yung situation na yun, or kung ano man yung mga ginagawa nyo, kung ano man yung ginagawa mo before pa mga hobbies nyo dalawa, or that group of people, parang try mo lang mag-go back to it para like, tignan mo kung malay mo, makaka-help siya mag-heal sa'yo, mag-distract or things like that, ganun.
Huwag mong ipilit na don't force yourself to like something just because of the thought that it gives you. Na try other things talaga.
Mag-explore ka lang talaga.
Kasi it's also a way for you to parang find more enjoyment or like new satisfaction in other things. Na parang minsan nadidistract ka rin talaga about dun sa problema or sa situation mo, which yun yung parang essence of trying to find new things. It's not a substitute, pero rather it's a new beginning for you.
Wow.
And saka kung hindi mo kaya, you have friends. Pero huwag ka maging masyadong dependent sa kanila.
Yeah.
Siguro surround yourself with people na sanay kang makita na vulnerable, yung talagang dadamayan ka, yung talagang sasamahan ka sa healing process mo. Siyempre, sa'yo pa rin naman yung mangyayari, pero it helps kung may friends ka na supportive sa healing process mo. Hindi yung iiwanan ka lang, hindi yung ibabash ka.
Pero at the same time, wag mo naman isipin na parang, forced or obligated sila na tulungan ka. Kasi there are people who are like triggered rin by other people na seeing, kunwari, may ibang tao na, natitrigger sila kapag may nakikita silang other people that are down, na mabilis silang maapektuhan ng negative emotions ng other people. You can't expect them to be full on parang dadamayan ka na parang iiyak kasama mo, ganun. Na,
they have problems.
Yeah. There are a lot of instances wherein yung mga problema ng isa't isa, mahirap nang i-bring up kasi may problema pa rin yung iba ninyong mga kaibigan. So some of them parang prioritize yung mga iba nilang kaibigan kasi sa sarili nila. So I get that it's a good notion naman, pero at the same time, we have to learn to focus on ourselves, and we only have ourselves to truly heal. Na parang instrument to change lang yung mga friends mo or to comfort lang yung mga friends mo. Pero healing talaga is on you. It's all on you.
Yeah. Like, factor lang sila na pwedeng makatulong sa'yo, pero like, hindi talaga sila yung mag-heal sa'yo.
Yeah.
So like, part lang talaga sila. Tapos parang, ang rule ko kasi is kapag nasa healing stage ka nga lalo, parang kapag gusto mo magkwento or mag-rant sa kaibigan mo, at least ask them muna kung okay lang ba magkwento or something. Tapos, ang talaga is, never talaga ako magre-rely dependently into one person lang. Kaya, if nasa relationship ka man or something, ang sabi ko lang naman is, like, have your own hobbies din naman. Like, wag yung lagi mong kasama yung jowa mo or that friend na parang lahat gagawin nyo together. Kasi, what if something bad happens? Eh di mas masakit siya kapag naiwanan ka or naiwan ka nga. Tapos parang mas mahihirapan ka mag-heal from it. Kasi nga, everything na ginagawa mo sa daily life mo, parang you did with them. Eh di parang, ayun, nakaka-mindfuck ulit.
Oh my God, punta naman tayo sa perspective ng iwan. Kasi puro tayo naiwan kanina eh. alam niyo yung feeling of like, na-force ka na iwanan yung tao.
I-defend ko
Oh
yung
my God.
naiiwan na yan.
There was, I think, alam na
Ako rin,
naman to,
na-defend ko rin.
na nakaka-guilty yung feeling na parang, you know, kasi yung kanina parang subconsciously mong nakakalimutan yung iba mong friends.
Yeah.
Because of new things. Tapos parang medyo hindi na kayo magka-relate about other things na yun yung nakaka-guilty banda eh. Kasi you built memories with them. Tapos subconsciously, maiiwanan mo sila. And then, ma-realize mo lang later on na parang, oh no, but parang hindi na kami as close as before. Na parang medyo sisisihin mo yung sarili mo. Pero at the end of the day, it wasn't your fault. Unless it left a detrimental impact sa kanila na parang ang ginawa mo na is neglect rather than subconsciously na parang nakalimutan mo lang sila about that certain thing, yun na yung something talaga na detrimental. Na kapag you yourself yung parang nineneglect mo na sila kahit wala naman silang ginawang masama. Ganun. Na at least give them a heads up if ever na feeling mo hindi na gumagana yung thing that you have going on with them, ganun. Pero yung subconsciously na parang nagdi-drift away kayo, don't feel guilty about that. Unless they try to reconnect, ganun. I-try ninyo, ganun. And then see if nag-work out pa rin. Pero at the end of the day, it's not your fault na parang medyo hindi na kayo magka-relate, hindi na kayo close. Oo. Kasi buhay niyong dalawa, ibang-iba talaga.
Yeah.
Ganun.
I think tong nangiiwan part, siya, paano ko ba sabihin? Very common siya sa friendships. Sa friend groups. Yun yung, may isa doon na lumalayo talaga kasi parang feeling nila na it's suffocating na gano'n na hindi na nila vibes. And for me, masakit talaga yan. Both ends yung mag-heal doon. Kasi syempre, hindi naman porket nang iwan siya, hindi na siya nasaktan.
Yeah.
Kasi syempre, you're still your own person pa rin. Mag-grow ka pa rin. You will grow out of the things you love with your friends eventually. And may friends naman talaga na hindi naman forever eh. May friends na, pang high school, pang LM. So, for me, don't feel guilty rin. Sabi nga ni James, don't feel guilty. Maging hurt ka lang talaga. It's normal. Pero,
don't blame yourself for that happening.
Kasi it's for the better lang din naman.
you're doing it for yourself naman eh.
Tsaka it's already part of the healing process. The moment you decided to step away, yun. Kasi if you feel na parang hindi na talaga ito yung ikaw when you're with them, na parang you're not you when you're with them, ganun. It's a part of your healing process to step away for a moment or to step away from that group of people in order to heal and to understand yourself better na. To find parang other people or other hobbies that would make you feel alive or make you feel like yourself again.
Yan, mag-explore ka nga talaga. Ano pa bang nang-iwan stories nyo?
Wala. Nang iwan na ba ako ng
Lumipat
crush?
ng bahay. Yun, nang iwan talaga yun.
Pero meron ako sa relationship, nang-iwan story. Pero like, hindi siya relationship. Pero like, parang kasi, parang the other party is parang hindi siya nag-exert ng same effort as me. So, parang, ayoko kasi ng ganun. As someone na talkative, parang ayoko yung nagyayap-yap-yap lang ako, tas parang sila hindi sila nakikinig, and parang feel ko, nanggugulo lang ako sa kanila. Eh di parang yun kasi yung situation. Eh di, ang ginawa ko that time is, kinausap ko siya. Tapos, sinabi ko naman if hindi siya
Interested.
Oo, kapag hindi siya interested, okay lang naman, pwede naman. So yun yung ginawa ko. Ako nag-suggest na i-stop na yung thing. Kaya, ayun, yun yung naiwan story ko. Pero like, what I did to heal from it, ayun nga, tama yung sinabi mo na both sides naapektuhan kahit na naiiwan ka. Pero like, ayun nga, sa time talaga, patagal ng patagal, mawawalan lang talaga ako ng pake. Personal experience siya, pero like, feel ko, kagana siya sa lahat as long as you're trying to heal from that situation.
Communication is key, guys. Just go. Sa lahat ng relationships, sa lahat ng situations.
Yun nga, kahit sobrang uncomfortable niya talaga na pag-usapan. Ang awkward siguro, ganun. Kailangan mo talagang sabihin kaysa naman na maghihintayan lang kayo na,
Totoo.
Mas mahirap yung feeling. Even, ganito, there's actually one line in poetry that I like, na parang 1,000 needles hurts more than a stab in the back.
Tama naman.
Yung tingling feeling na parang yung nakalinger lang sa utak mo na palaging andun lang. Na hindi ka naman masyadong nasasaktan pero feel mo na may something ganun na parang medyo nade-drain ka. Mas masakit yun na ida-drag out mo kesa yung medyo isang bagsakan na katotohanan na kailangan mo talagang pag-usapan. Kasi dun sa isang situation, hindi ka makakahanap ng peace with yourself or with your mind even. Na parang nandun lang sa utak mo the whole time. And yung isang situation naman, even if isang bagsakan yung katotohanan na yun, even if parang guguho bigla yung mundo mo, it's still better than setting your world on fire lang. Gets mo? Na it's better for your world to crumble than set it on fire for the whole time. Kasi if your world crumbles, you can still piece it back together.
Yeah.
You can still make another one grow. Pero if you just keep igniting the blaze na parang hinahayaan mo lang, letting it consume you.
Walang mangyayari kasi.
Yeah.
Parang dire-diretso lang yung parang paghihirap mo na mag-get over that situation nga lang. Eh di ikaw lang din yung kawawa sa dulo.
So sa mga nasa toxic situationships dyan, or MU,
Oras nyo na.
hindi, kasi ganun din yung yun yung nangyari sa akin. Hindi, kasi diba, connected siya dun sa nang iwan kanina. Yun yung time na, diba, may rebound kami. Siyempre, ma-realize mo naman na toxic na siya, na dalawa na kayo na nasasaktan. For me, mga isang taon ata akong nag-heal dun sa nangyari. Kasi sobrang grabe talaga. Kasi ang dami naming nasaktan. Tsaka nasaktan rin kami.
Know your worth kasi, guys. You deserve better. Huwag mong set up situation.
Yeah. Ang pinakahirap na feeling is yung out of necessity yung gagawin ninyo. Na parang feeling nyo talaga hindi na talaga mag-work out. So you have to talaga. Na even if you still like or love that person, feeling mo talaga na you can't see a future or you can't see it still
parang
going on
more
for them.
harm than good na lang yung nagbibigay
na
relationship
feeling
nyo.
na yun na yung notion ninyong dalawa na you can't see each other as that significant other talaga. And then maaapektuhan pa kapag yung parang nasa same kayo na circle. Diyos ko, yun yung pinakamahirap gawin. Na isipin mo circle, tapos like parang kinat mo in half. Ganun. Tapos, nagbe-break na may connection pa rin kayo. Pero, it's not the same as before.
Like, hindi mo na siya makausap harap-harapan. Pero like, since meron nga yung mga friends nyo, kasi same friend group kayo, parang hindi mo maiiwasan na makausap sila in a way.
Yeah. That happened to me nung LM Diyos ko.
Hada.
Kasi big yung circle of friends ko nung LM. Kasi halos buong section namin magka-vibes. Pero meron pa ako na circle of friends. And then, Diyos ko po, nag-away kami nung isa kong friend na lalaki. And then, alam mo yung nakita mo talaga na parang we decided na cut off na lang talaga. Pero, same kami ng friends. Same kami ng circle of friends. So, kapag nag-aaya silang kumain sa labas, syempre sasama ako. Andun rin siya. Ang pinakamasaklap pa minsan is kapag nag-uunahan sa table, tapos subconsciously, makakalimutan nila na nag-aaway pala kayo nung taong yun. So mapupunta ka tapos may masasabi silang memory about the two of you or about sa pairing ninyo, ganun. Tapos parang awkward na lang isipin kasi Diyos ko. Shut up na lang yung buong table. Like, yung bigla na lang may awkward silence sa table kasi like nakalimutan ng buong grupo na magkaaway pala tong dalawang to or hindi na nag-usap tong dalawang to. Ganun.
Tapos since nahati nga yung group into twos or many subgroups, edi parang nagkakaroon na rin ng sariling friend groups pa.
May subgroup na sila, T.
Ay, subgroup! Gusto yun sa Kisay.
Same.
Ang sabi ko lang naman, basta healing, walang specific things na kailangan mong gawin para mag-heal except for focusing on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, pwedeng healing can be like, matutulog ka buong araw, magbabasa ka, kakain ka ng marami, mag-exercise ka. Oo, ganun. Marami talagang ways of healing. It depends on the person talaga. Pero like, as long as you know you're doing something about it, little steps lang talaga.
Yeah. Tsaka for me, it's okay to let go of situations. You can't help that. Kasi if you still hold on to something, mas masasaktan ka lang. Na mas better pa to let go, fall down, and then get yourself back up rather than still keep holding on na sobrang sakit na sa palad mo, sa kamay mo, or sa sarili mo. Tapos, hindi mo ma-let go kasi feeling mo kaya pa. When in fact, alam mo na sa sarili mo na hindi na talaga gagana. Ganun.
And sige, yung last ko na rin na input dyan is, for me, you won't really grow or go to the next stage of your life kung hindi ka nasasaktan at kung hindi ka nag-heal.
Yeah, it's part of the process talaga.
Na, I know, merong ibang tao dyan na magsasabi na, oh, I've been getting through life without having trauma. Gets ko, meron mga times talaga na ganun when, you know, parang things work out for the better most of the time for you.
Pero if na-trauma ka talaga, it's not something bad naman. It's not entirely negative naman. Kasi it's normal talaga if you're trying to heal.
Yeah.
Tapos, ano pa ba?
Ang bad thing lang is kung ikaw yung nang trauma ng sobra-sobra.
Red flag na dyan.
Ibang topic na naman yan.
Kung subconsciously mong na-trauma yung tao, hindi mo nakasalanan yun. Pero kung talagang harap-harapan mong ginanon yung tao,
Yung na-experience ko sa akin, ako yung nang-iwan pero ako yung na-trauma. Pwede yun, guys.
Pwede lang
Huwag
yun.
kayo magulat.
Nag-grow ka pa rin naman ba siya? Kasi diba, na-realize mo.
Mahirap mang ma-push out of a group, pero mahirap ring mag-let go.
Yeah.
Ganun yun. It's not just, it doesn't hurt on just one side. Both sides mahihirapan. Unless mas igting or like mas grabe yung emotional attachment ng isang side.
Depende na talaga.
Depende talaga dun sa sitwasyon.
Tapos ang feeling ko, para sa akin kasi talaga, kapag nag-heal, sa situation ka lang talaga nag-get over. Kasi that person, edi may backstory na nga kayo. Hindi na talaga siya maaalis sa buhay mo. Like, something happened between you, friends man or significant other. May something na kayo na shinare together. So parang like,
andun na yung respect.
Oo, nandyan na siya. Hindi mo na siya matatanggal, pero pwede mo siyang hindi mo kalimutan, pero like,
kalimutan yung situation na pangit sa
kaya mo mag-get over from it para lang mag-grow ka, tapos hayaan mo na sila dyan, live, love, gano'n.
Actually, later on in life, marirealize nyo rin na yung pagdadwell nyo on the past isn't that significant in life. Kasi may times talaga na when you grow up, makakalimutan mo yung other happenings in your past. Na parang subconsciously mo na lang na makakalimutan yung mga bitter memories. Yan. Although some may linger talaga na super vivid. Especially for those na magandang memory. Ang saklap ninyo, guys. Yun yung medyo mahirap talaga na kapag alalang-alala mo yung nangyayari because of the intensity of the emotions that were brought on you. Pero later on in life, there will be better or like another memory that will happen that will give you a better satisfaction or much more intense emotions than that past memory ever brought to you.
Yeah.
And you just have to wait for it sometimes. Na doing nothing is also a part of healing. Na you don't have to force yourself to do hobbies, chat with friends. You don't have to force yourself. If you feel like just staying at home, matutulog lang, or like parang just staring off of space, okay lang din. Or even talking to yourself, actually. It's also
so you're trying talaga.
Na parang you're letting yourself heal rather than you're forcing yourself to heal. Ganun.
And final reminder na.
Final na talaga.
Final na.
Final.
As you grow older, at the end of the day rin, the only constant person
is
the only constant person sa mundo is yourself.
Kaya wag ka talaga magre-rely on other people na super dependent.
Yeah.
Feel ko talaga like, kahit wala ka man ng significant other or wala kang friends or may friends ka man or may significant other ka nga pagtanda mo, parang ikaw lang talaga yung andyan. Like, everything aside, ikaw lang talaga yung nandyan para sa sarili mo. So you actually have to do something to let yourself grow.
So love yourself and heal.
Yeah,
Yun lang.
it's very important, guys.
And that ends today's episode. Once again, I'm Mia.
I'm Jims.
And I'm Shalea.
Till next time, let's talk that talk!